Good evening, everyone. I am Naquana Jones, and I am here to discuss informed consent. As you all know, informed consent is mandated by all state counseling boards. Informed consent is essentially giving the client knowledge of their possible outcomes, risks, goals, and such things of that nature when they are coming to you for service. Now, the state that I am in is South Carolina, and I researched an informed consent from a counseling service called Olive Branch, and it is located in Austin, in Texas. I like what they did with their informed consent and counseling agreement because it starts off with a purpose. It states the purpose of what the client is going to get out of this agreement. It also goes on to state their background and their philosophy. Their philosophy. And the thing, when I got down to their relationship, it says our relationship, the nature of the counselor client relationship is professional. That was something that I actually saw in the South Carolina Code of Laws and the Regulations as well. It states that you have to maintain a healthy relationship. It is not something that you cannot be in any sexual relationships with a client or anything of that nature. It it set boundaries, some boundaries that I liked and some that I did not. One that I did not like was the idea that all contact would be limited to scheduled sessions and brief calls or texts, essentially just to schedule future appointments. To me, in my mind, I immediately thought of when a client could be in crisis. Are they able to contact their counselor and just speak with them very briefly to, get out whatever it is that they need to? I wondered how that would work. I do understand the need to not want to interact unless it is face to face. However, I think that sometimes clients do need us outside of that, but it's also good to set a healthy boundary so that your clients are not to say taking over your life, but they're not always contacting you outside of hours. But I think that at times it is okay for a client to contact you outside of work hours because they may have something pressing or dire that they may need to talk to you about. Another thing was the risks and benefits of counseling, which I saw also in the ACA Code of Ethics. One needed to state the risks, the benefits as such, and it was also in the South Carolina Code of Laws and Regulations that the counselor must state the goals, purpose, techniques, procedures, limitations, potential risks, and benefits of the services that they would be providing to a client. It also has a clause in the Olive Branch Informed Consent and Counseling Agreement for working with minors. Also in the ACA Code of Ethics, it states the same as well. It has a clause for when a minor or incapacitated adult cannot consent to the services. So there would be an adult or a legal guardian who would be doing that for them. It also has the confidentiality and the limits of the confidentiality, only times when they would share client information. A lot of it has to do with the insurance and things of that nature. It also, which I thought was pretty good, it does have a breakdown of the fees and how much everything would cost. I did like that. However, it does have a part where it has a $10 rate for each email sent. Extensive email responses, as well as an extensive phone conversations, which they charge $1 per minute. What I saw in the South Carolina Code of Laws and Regulations is that you must consider the financial status of the client and provide assistance to that client in finding comparable services at an acceptable rate. Acceptable price. I do not think that these prices are acceptable. I think that they're kind of, in my opinion, it's a bit much. I don't think that they are needed. But again, that is something that concerns me. But this is how this counseling service operates. I did like, for the majority of it, I loved how they broke it down and their informed consent. I loved every bit of it. There are, like I said, certain things that I did not like about it, and I will be posing questions right below my video in regards to what I thought of certain things. Like I said, overall, I did like the informed consent agreement that they had. However, I did not like that they discouraged text messages or any contact that was not face to face, because I do know that there are counseling services out there who provide over the phone counseling services because personnel cannot make it into the office. So give me questions, give me feedback down below. Thank you.